Oh.
The
I
printed
did
document.
paperwork on it, so.
All right, sir, you're David Greer. Speak up for me, please. Thank you. And will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment in each case?
So waived.
Judge, on the state jail, the 26 cause number, may we proceed just on count one, but with the 2 bullet points that make the misdemeanor state jail?
Yes, ma'am.
No objection.
Thank you. Cool. Bless you. Okay. So, Mr. Greer, in cause number 26, DCCR 0150, you're charged, the state has elected to proceed on count one only. It alleges that you committed the state jail felony offense of evading arrest or detention with previous conviction, and that's from October 2nd of 2025. It alleges that you were previously convicted of evading arrest or detention February 11th of 2021. And how do you plead to that charge? And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And is that prior conviction for evading true? Get this one done, then I can get to the next one. And then let me find the other one. Sorry, give me just a second. They're not in order on here, and so I'm having to find them because I think they might be under. No. There they are. Sorry, y'all. Go paperless, they said. Okay, now in cause number 24, DCCR 2220, you're charged with the third-degree felony offense of unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon, and that's from August 24th of 2024. And how do you plead to that charge? Again, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they charged you with? Speak up, please. And then finally, in cause number 25, DCCR 0324, you're charged with a third-degree felony offense of unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon from January 27th of 2025. And how do you plead to that charge? Again, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And because you actually did what they charged you with? In all three of these cases, I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Kimler?
Yes.
Do you fully understand them?
Yes.
And do you understand, if I follow the agreements that you've made with the district attorney's office, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes.
State tenders number 1 in each case?
Without objection.
It's admitted in each case. Is there any evidence that Mr. Greer is not competent?
None that I've observed, Your Honor.
All right, sir, in each of your cases, I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of guilty freely and voluntarily, find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of those pleas. Give me just a second to get caught up here. In cause number 26, DCCR 0150. Sorry. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time, find you guilty of the state jail felony offense of evading arrest or detention with a previous conviction. Sentence you in accordance with your agreement to a term of 2 years in the state jail prison. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. And then in cause number 24, DCCR 2220, also find that you entered that plea freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time, find you guilty of unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. Sentence you in accordance with your agreement to a term of 5 years in the institutional division.
The judge delivers the sentence in accordance with the agreement, ordering 5 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections, while noting that the defendant will receive full credit for any time already spent in custody. The ruling is entered into the record, and the court moves on.
Of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. And then finally, in cause number 25, DCCR 0324, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time, find you guilty of unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. Sentence you in accordance with your agreement to a term of 5 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. These 3 cases will all run concurrently, which means together at the same time. I'm handing you the trial court certification in each of those cases that shows that these were agreements that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. I've also handed you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Obviously, you should know this by now, but I'm required to read this to you. Because of the judgments entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition.
Court advises the defendant that, due to the judgments entered against them, they are legally ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. While this restriction should already be understood, the court is required to state it clearly for the record before proceedings. Move forward.
Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. In your case, it could lead to another charge that could end up making you a habitual felon. You'll end up, next time, if you do anything else and end up in felony court, you're looking at 25 to life. Okay? So if you have any questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk with Mr. Kimler. All right, good luck to you, sir. You can go back with the bailiff.